Listen, a lot of people have been waiting on me to make this video since they heard about it like 8 hours ago. I waited because when you actually know people, you kind of want to like tread it lightly. You know, you don't want to say nothing that people be like, hey man, why you say this and why you say that? Nick didn't say that and Nick didn't want that out there, you know. So with this Nick Cannon NBC thing, I'm going to touch it in the right places, and then I'm going to let you guys fill in the blanks as much as we can. Now, Nick Cannon came out, he's the golden child, basically. When he came up, his personality is just winning. You know, the girls liked him. They thought he was the next Will Smith, the next action star in Hollywood. And that really didn't take off in Hollywood for like motion pictures, but Nick got into everything. From television, production, writing, developing scripts. So when he came out with Incredible and got with America's Got Talent and put that show out, America's Got Talent did so well for NBC that the guy, the president of NBC, who's gonna do, you know, like the programming, Paul Tellengy, whatever his name is, he decided to contact Mike Goldman. So when he got Mike Goldman on the line, he said, let's hammer out a deal. We want Nick Cannon to develop and, you know, program and do more shows for this network. And it is a multi-million-dollar deal that they signed with Nick Cannon for producing nighttime shows for NBC. So there were a lot of shows that came on that you didn't know Nick had anything to do with. Then he also relaunched the Wildin' Out series on MTV2 at the same time. And this is like 5 years ago. Now, with all of this said and done, things started to unravel. We saw many details start to unfold and layers start to peel, and things started to change. We saw Nick's health with this lupus come back and grab him a little bit. Every now and then he's been battling that, and he works so hard, sometimes he neglects to take care of himself. And we've seen some changes in him as far as being more open. You know, he's returned back to the stage of comedy. And once I saw him on the stage again, I said, oh, wow. You know, Nick's back doing shows and touring and stand-up. But in the last few months, I've been seeing a more open, more willing to talk about issues that normally Nick Cannon don't talk about. You know, he's more into like the Israelite and more into the Enlightenment and basically exposing the general public on a public forum what's going on in the world and what's going on behind the scenes, and they don't want that at all. So he was warned by people he know who they given the word to, because they're not going to come up and talk to Nick. They'll say, tell his friend to tell him that he needs to start treading lightly and if he wants to continue to go in this direction. So Michael Goldman said, look, Nick, this doesn't look like a smart idea that you're doing here. You might want to kind of lay back. So with this Showtime special coming out, he said a lot of things. And he talked about NBC was going to take their black card back, you know, for the special and stuff that he was doing. He was saying it as a joke, but it wasn't that joke that did it. Oh, no. There was other things that he said on the show about the powers that be behind the scenes. And the things he said about, white people. I'm not talking about you white people. I'm talking about the people that's really controlling things, like behind the scenes. So this Showtime special, and when I saw it, I said, oh, wow. Nick is really going too far. I said it then. I knew something would happen with Nick Cannon. And I just didn't know it would happen this quick. So he probably got the word after it aired Saturday, because it just aired on the 10th. So here it is, 3 days later, Nick's having a just all out, I'm walking away. Because I'm not going to get fired. I'll walk away before I let them fire me. And what they did was give him a threat that they weren't going to renew him and they were going to release him out of his deal and everything else. He was in breach of contract by doing this because some type of terms. So rather than to wait to get fired, he just said, I'm gone. That's it. I'm done. And people don't know how much Nick Cannon just risked walking away. And he says it's not about money anymore. And it never was. He's going to miss the people. He actually enjoyed doing the show and going out meeting people. So I'm going to miss nothing about that show because I really didn't watch it. But I want to see which direction Nick Cannon goes in now. He's very talented, obviously. He still has his MTV deal. But I think he's going to lean to going back to more towards the music field. He might get out and take a break from the entertainment business for a while, but he might go into music for a little bit. But he's better in the production side and doing television and things of that nature. He's better off on that end of the deal. Look, Hollywood likes you, and it's a great business. It's like saying, you can say what you want, but watch what you say. It's just that type of business. You have to understand the industry that you're in. Am I glad he spoke up? Absolutely, of course. But at what cost? When no one's riding with you. You got nobody protecting you, watching your back, and you just kind of go off on thinking you had the freedom to say what you want before you had everything in order to bounce. So, but he'll be back. He'll bounce on his feet. He got me as a supporter, so, that's one person in his corner. I know Mac could be in his corner. So, that's at least 3. Plus, Nick's a hustler. He'll make it. This guy used to sleep in his car. Believe me. Anybody used to sleep in their car, come up to where he's come up, he can make it. So Nick will be all right. It's your boy Carcino. I'm out.